Your deepest, darkest moment may be the best thing that ever happens to you. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. Don't ruin your health in order to earn money. You will end up spending your money to recover your health. And that is not reciprocal. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you. Your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings. There is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Time passes slowly when you follow it. It senses being followed. You spend your first 20 years worrying what people think about you. You spend your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. There never exists a relationship without self-interest. In short, every one of us, for sure, is selfish. You'll learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. Stop letting other people take advantage of you. Learn to say no and understand your rights. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. If you want the present to be different from the past, study the past. Be forgiving, be understanding, but do not be a fool. The lie flies, and the truth limps after it. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. The best is always the enemy of the good. You can't litter negativity everywhere and wonder why you have a trashy life. Respect yourselves, and others will respect you. Without courage, wisdom bears no fruit. We must bring our own light to the darkness. Regretting won't change your past, and it will end up your future if you continue to do that. Sometimes you just have to let stupid people be stupid. Keep busy. It's the cheapest kind of medicine there is on this earth, and one of the best. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you could miss it. The thing you think about determines the quality of your mind. Do your best and trust the process. The harder you work, the luckier you will get. The bad phase of your life can start at any time. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. You can't do big things, if you are distracted by small things. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Your heart will tell you where to go. Your head will guide you there safely. Use one without the other, and you'll get lost. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. Most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. A happy marriage is a long conversation which always seems too short. Work on you, for you. If you're not dating to marry, you're dating for heartbreak. Let that sink in and be in a serious relationship. Envy is a waste of time. You already have all you need. Action is 10 times more valuable than reading and planning. Experience is the best teacher. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. Don't pretend to be better than you are. Live life at your own pace. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. Do more. The race is won by the horse that outstrips its rivals by a head. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. Accept criticism, but never accept disrespect. You can't change the past, but can shape your future by learning from it. When you stop chasing the wrong things, the right ones catch up. It is indeed very hard to move on, but once you do, you'll realize it was your best decision. Be the person you needed when you were younger. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. A lesson never ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Learn to say no. Be frugal. Eat only real food, no wheat, and limit carbs. Nothing costs so much in life as illness and ignoring an illness. Everything outside of this moment is just imagination. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. We are all the bad guy in someone's story. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. Thinking that someone else can make you happy or unhappy is ridiculous. Stay strong. Even when things begin to fall apart, stay strong. Fear doesn't exist anywhere except in the mind. You'll never be sorry for telling someone you love them. Do it before it's too late. Trust wisely and not blindly. Here for a good time, not a long time. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. You can tell more about a person by what he says about others than you can by what others say about him. To get married means to have your rights and double your responsibilities. Most of the time, you have to swallow the pain and learn to grow up by yourself. Our thoughts make us what we are. Difficulty shows what men are. Never take anything personally. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. You're being judged no matter what. So be who you want to be. The more you are interested in others, the more interesting they find you. To be interesting, be interested. The only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. Embrace stress as the opposite of apathy. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become. And the same is true of fame. What Paul says about Peter tells us more about Paul than about Peter. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. To lead people, follow them. It is better to make approximately correct decision than to make a precise mistake. The best way to respect yourself is to discipline yourself. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just gotta find the ones worth suffering for. Respect yourself, because people can see if you don't. The more you know, the dumber you sound to stupid people. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart.